Hello everyone, I'm Brandon and this is Brands, where I review things for you. Today I wanted to do a follow-up on my PRK eye surgery. On another video, I had a comment about wanting me to give an update. So hey, I thought I'd go ahead and give an update. So I wrote down a few notes. I hope you don't mind if I'm looking down because there's a few things to go over. Alright, so I got the surgery on January 18, and I won't name the institute that I got my eyes done at, just in case I have negative comments, which I think I might. Just a few of them though. But it was about 2 months ago, so I'm about 2 months out from my surgery. It was, if you watched the previous video, it was an ordeal. Let me tell you. Just to catch you up, PRK eye surgery, instead of like LASIK where they cut a flap into into the epithelium of your cornea and then do the laser and then put it back down, mine they shaved completely off. It's a lot more invasive and it has to regrow from the outside in. And you have a little bit more damage inside the eyeball as well. I've had a lot of inflammation, so I'm on my third round of antibiotics and steroids. Let's see, a few weeks ago I stopped with the antibiotics, but I still have been doing the steroids. And the steroids are prednisolone, and it comes in a little bottle like this. And it's like a milky white substance. You just drip it, 1 drop in each eye. I do it 4 times a day, then I cut down to 3. So that is over with. I'm not taking those anymore. I just stopped. After 2 months, I've had a lot of healing. You know, in the previous video, I told you that I had a lot of light sensitivity. And that lasts pretty much until about 2 weeks ago. So for the past 2 weeks, the light sensitivity has been getting a lot better. Right now I can look outside and it's not bothering me. When it's really, really bright outside though, it can get a little bothersome, so I have to put my sunglasses on, but nothing that I can't handle. So, dry eyes. That's to be expected. I do have dry eyes, and I still take eye drops. I have these gel drops. They're a little thicker of a non-preservative gel that I put into my eye when I go to bed. When I'm working, I work on a computer, so I can't do it then because it's a gel. It gets greasy on the eye, and it causes me not to be able to see the computer all that well for a little bit. So I use it before I go to bed. I learned not to sleep with a fan, because if you sleep with a fan, it will dry your eyes out, and you will wake up, pulling them apart and them being really dry and scratchy. So don't sleep with a fan. And if you have to have that noise of a fan, turn it around. Don't face it directly on you. Okay, so my vision. What has my vision been like since the surgery? After the surgery, I couldn't see anything, right? And I think that was mainly due to the light sensitivity. But for the most part, now that I'm 2 months out and I'm getting close to what the final vision result is going to be, far away, I get blurry vision. Like, I can't see pretty much anything like that's small print. If it's more than 20 feet away and it's small print, I'm not going to be able to make it out. The details have never came back. I don't see fine lines or any of that. So I'm pretty sure it did not get me all the way to 20/20. The last time I went to the doctor, I was 20/20 in my left eye and 20/50 in my right eye. I don't think that has changed much, so I think I have maybe sort of an astigmatism. But I have no detail whatsoever. If there's an open neon sign, that will all just blend together, and I can't read that it's an open sign unless I'm probably 20 feet away from that. But if I'm like 40, 50 feet away from an open sign, it's just gonna look, I can vaguely make out what it says. But anyways, the best thing about this whole process though is I don't have to wear contacts. I haven't put a contact in or taken a contact out or worried about losing a contact when I'm like showering. Am I going to get water in my eye and it's going to pop out? I can't wait for this summer to go swimming and to be able to open my eyes underwater if I want. Because those of you out there who have contacts, I am right there with you. I spent my entire life taking a contact with me no matter where I went, because if one fell out, then that's bad news. So I always had to make sure that I had a contact with me. So no more doing that. I am contact free. That's the way to be. But I am not out of the woods yet, because my eyesight is still a little blurry. Now, when it comes to things like right around me, perfect. I absolutely see the map behind me. I see my computer over here. I see out the window, and I see everything. But it still is hazy. It's hard to describe. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm glad I got it done. I wouldn't change a single thing. I think going into it, I saw and heard other people's results, that they have this crystal clear vision, and it changes their life, and they can see everything, better than a housefly. Well, not me. I was just one of the candidates that my sight was so bad that they tried their best to pull me as far into corrected vision as they could. But I wasn't all the way corrected. Having this corrective surgery has made it possible to wear now an alarm clock that I couldn't see right here. I can see across the room, and I really can. I can see it across the room. So I'm good to go on that. But I know here in a month or so, when I'm finally, at the end of not at the end of my healing, but when I'm at my peak, when I will know my prescription, that's when I think I'll need glasses. But I went from a negative 7.5 to 8 all the way down to, I think I'll probably need a -1. So it corrected me big time. I'm not going to complain. For the price that I paid, it was actually a gift from my brother, so I didn't pay anything. But it was around $2,000. So if I were to, if he would have got me like $6,000 eyes, then I could have got the more, I guess, top of the line procedure. Maybe I would have got better eyesight, but I don't think so. I think it's just how your eye heals itself. And with me being a smoker for so many years, and by the way, I haven't smoked since November, but I think because of that, my body wasn't in absolute prime optimized health. So my healing process could only heal me with what it had the ability to do. So make sure you are in good health. Go get PRK, but prepare yourself for at least 3 months of interruption into your life. The first 2 weeks are gruesome. Then that second 2 weeks is going to be very bothersome, but you're trying to get back to life. And then the month after that, when you're going through your second month, you're just living with this new realization that you can see, but maybe not as good, and you're just trying to make sense of all of it, and then keep up with the dry eyes and things like that. But then after that, you get into your third month, which I am not there yet, but I don't know how that's going to go. Everyone else says, they finally settle into their eyes and everything's good, but I am not like everybody else. Murphy's Law kicks my butt every time. So I am the exception to the rule. So I will definitely be updating you again after month 3 or 4, so you guys know what it's like when you're that far out from PRK surgery. So until further ado, this has been my update on PRK surgery. I do recommend it for those of you who want better eyesight, but if you have a job that you cannot escape from for a while, it's probably not for you, because PRK is very invasive. I would elect to get the regular LASIK surgery if I were you, if you're a very busy person. So until next time, this review was for you.